Hey guys, welcome back to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. We're gonna jump straight into today's video. We decided to switch rooms again, and this was actually Savannah's idea, which is my daughter. We have a hard time deciding which room should be the beauty room and which room should be her bedroom, so we've switched this a few times, but we really think the way we have it now is perfect. I'm gonna show you some before shots as we start to clear out the rooms. I will say we've done this a lot, so my number one tip is start with the closets or just one area of the room. If you try to clear out the entire space, it just gets crazy. So we're working on our closets first because I feel like there's always a lot in closets. It doesn't seem like it, but there is. And so I just feel like it's a smoother process when you clear those out first. So that's what we're working on right now. Now we're gonna head into Savannah's room and start clearing out her closet. As you can see, when we cleared out my closet, we brought it straight to her bedroom, so we're not moving things all over the place. And once again, I'm gonna be showing you before shots just so you kind of know what's going on. She had rearranged her room just a few days before this. I tried to convince her that rearranging the room would be enough, but she still wanted her old room back because she saw it in a photo on Instagram. So I decided to go ahead and make the switch. So we're just taking now her closet and putting it in the living room, and I'm going to show you guys here in a second. It is so funny because when you look at these before shots, I mean, she's got stuff in there, but it doesn't look packed, but there's always so much more in these closets than you ever even realize. So we're going to go ahead and get this one emptied out. A little tip that I used, I'll go grab like a trash bag, a big one, and put all of her stuffed animals in it. Or if you have, shoes or whatever, I feel like it's easier to get it moved just like in a big bag, and I can reuse that bag. So once I dump it out and get it organized in her room, I'll just put it back with our trash can so we can actually use it as a trash bag. But it just kind of helps to save on trips. When you're switching two rooms, it really doesn't seem that daunting at first. It did this time just because we've done this so much and I knew what was coming, but you think, oh, this won't be bad, and it is. So definitely use laundry baskets or whatever you can to kind of help. Obviously, I have Chase and Savannah helping me because it would take me forever if I was doing this by myself. So definitely grab some extra pair of hands, grab some big baskets, tubs, whatever you have just to make it easy. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a clip of what her closet looks like once it's cleared out. I always get tons of questions about like the built-ins in there. They were custom made with the closet. My builder put those in for us, so I don't have anything I can link for you guys. And here is everything that was in her closet I was telling you about. It just looks like so much more when you throw it into the living room. I always love seeing all her stuff in my living room because there's so much color, and there's like no color in my home. And then here's a real quick look at the closet that I had in my beauty room that she'll be going into, and it is a lot smaller, but she has a lot less clothes. So now I'm going to begin by putting my clothes into this closet now, and I'll just say this fits my clothes so much better. I have a little bit more than her, so my stuff can be spaced out, and I enjoy the closet where she's not in that stage where she really cares about clothes and displaying them yet, so it does just work out so much better. When we were bringing our clothes in here, the tip is try to keep all of your stuff together in piles, so when you're putting it up, it's not all mismatched. So I kept all my grays together, I kept all my jackets together. That way when you're hanging it up, you're not having to like reorganize your clothes. As you can see, we're just slowly putting everything back in, getting it organized. I like to do that as we go versus like throwing everything in there and then having to come back another day and organize it. It's just nice to go ahead and take your time. Don't feel too rushed. If you're in a rush, it's probably not the time to be switching rooms. So definitely do it when you have time to play around. It did end up completely different than even what I'm doing now. We were also looking for some of the bars. That's why I hadn't put all my clothes in yet. Savannah took some of those out because she was using the closet in a different way. So we found that rod, and I'm just going to hang up these clothes. But as you can see, I'm just being very careful and just putting everything where it belongs the first time. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring Pearl in. If you're new, that's my wedding dress. We named her over on Instagram. But last time I was in this room, I had just put her in the closet and I thought it was the perfect spot for her, and then I switched rooms with Savannah, and I told myself if I ever came back in this room, she was going to go right there. So definitely let me know down below in the comments section if you think that's a good home for her. I like that she's kind of tucked away and won't get too dusty or too dirty. And now I'm just kind of starting to work on the boxes at the top of my closet, and then you'll see me start working on my pants as I put them away in the cubbies. Okay, and here's just a quick glance of how everything turned out now that I got everything put back in. Now we're going to work on getting everything back into Savannah's closet, and as you can see, this one is smaller. It still has great organization, which I'm super happy that our builder put in because it can hold so much for a smaller space. So Savannah's going to kind of work on her cubbies because she likes displaying with those. I'm going to start carrying in all of her clothes, and then I'm going to work on getting those organized. She likes them to be divided by color, but as she puts her clothes away, sometimes they don't stay as organized, so she asked why I was putting them away, if I can organize them. So I'm going to go ahead and hang up all the clothes, and then you'll see me organize them kind of by color and season. Okay, now Chase is going to come in and help us build our shoe racks. When she's in this closet, she likes to keep those down below because she doesn't have clothes to fill up both layers, just the top layer, and then that gives her a place for her shoes. I love these. I think I got them from Walmart. I've had them so many years, probably even a decade, and they're so nice to have even when you have like garage sales because you can display all the shoes you're selling or animals. I don't know, they're just super affordable. If I can find them, I'll link them. I don't know if they even still make them, but that's what Chase is doing, and then we'll put them in the closet and organize her shoes. We put up 2 shoe racks because she always fills them up. I'm actually showing you right there. I use a paper towel holder to put in her boots just to make them stand up if you guys are needing a tip for your boots. But we always need 2 shoe racks, but she's actually been decluttering the last couple weeks, and then when she saw all of her items out in the living room, she got like rid of 5 more pairs of shoes that she wasn't wearing, so we were able to fit them all on one side, which is super nice. But she decided to leave the other rack out, and here in a second you're gonna see her put all of her stuffed animals on it. So it's just a nice way to display lots of items. I love that she's down to just 1 rack full of shoes, because honestly she probably doesn't need 2 full racks. But here is a look of how it turned out. Then I had Chase go ahead and remove the closet doors off what was her closet and put them onto her new closet. She likes to have the doors to shut it out. I love not having them because it's my beauty room. I feel like it's part of the decor, and I love that it helps me keep my closet clean because I can't hide anything just by shutting a door. So that's why I do that. I always get lots of questions. And now we're gonna start moving the big pieces. And to be honest, the 2 big pieces that really were just hard is of course the bed, because we have to disassemble the whole thing, which I didn't end up showing in this video just because you guys have seen it so much. And then my vanity, which you're gonna see us move. Luckily it does come into different pieces, like it comes apart, but I have so much in the drawers just with like filming equipment and all that. It's just super heavy and like awkward to move. But we're just taking everything out of my beauty room and we're putting it all into the living room. And then we're gonna take her bed down and start moving everything from her room and setting it up in this room. So I feel like over all the times we've done this, we've just kind of figured out the tips and tricks of what makes it a little bit easier and move a little bit faster. We were completely exhausted and worn out by this point, so we got smart and put this piece on a wheel so that we could just push it across the house. We should have been doing that sooner, but we finally figured it out. And then I like to vacuum the entire room before we bring anything back in, just kind of reset the space, make sure it's nice and clean. This is a good time to clean the baseboards if you need to. Anything that you couldn't reach because furniture was in the way, definitely give it a deep clean at this point. Now I want to catch you up and just kind of show you what's going on in my living room. So we had moved everything out of the beauty room and put it into the living room. Now her whole room we're putting into my old beauty room. I know, it's so confusing. But anyways, we've got her bed in there. I mentioned this before, we didn't show it just because it's so hard to carry that and try to get angles for filming. So we're gonna go ahead and make her room all nice and pretty for her. I like to get her room done first just so she can enjoy it and have a nice space to be in while I go back and finish my room on the other side of the house. Now I'm gonna head into my new space and do the deep clean as well, get it vacuumed, just so it's all nice and ready so we can bring my items in. I did want to mention I'm gonna do a walkthrough, like home tour, when we're done so you can see how everything ends up, so definitely don't click off yet. So now we're just bringing in everything piece by piece. I will say before everything comes in, I come in and map it out. So when we're carrying the big heavy furniture, I know exactly what wall it needs to go on. I know where everything needs to be positioned, and it just kind of speeds up the process. I'll even do that before we switch rooms. I'll come in and eyeball it, like, okay, my desk would fit here, the bed could go there. So kind of make sure everything's gonna fit before you make a switch like this, because I can't imagine if they wouldn't hold the amount of furniture and you had to switch everything back. So that's what we're working on now. I will say this bedroom's smaller, but I do have my own bathroom attached. But before you panic, Savannah still has her own bathroom. It's just right next door to her bedroom now. Plus she has a playroom. So basically she has that whole left wing of our house. And then Chase and I have this side. We have our master bedroom, the laundry room, and then this beauty room / office. So for a family of 3, we cannot complain. We each have our own bathroom. So we totally love the flow of the house that it's giving us right now. Okay, I'm exhausted, but we are finally finished. It kind of sets off a ripple effect, and so a lot of furniture was moved throughout the entire house, so I thought it would be fun. I'm actually filming this during the day. Normally when we do these rearranging, it's at night, so I can't really show you an end product, but it's still bright. The sun is still out. So let's do a quick home tour, and I'm gonna walk you through my entire house to kind of show you where everything ended up. So here is how Savannah's room turned out. So this was my beauty room. I think it just fits her bedroom so much better. She likes having a bigger room with a smaller closet, and I prefer the smaller room with the bigger closet, so it actually works out so much better. But she organized all of this. I helped her with the clothes. So this is how her room turned out. Now I'm gonna walk you into our living room. I took out the ottoman here because she actually took the one from my bedroom. So we put the chair here. This was once in my beauty room, but I feel like this flows really well. This is all the same. This was the other chair that was in my beauty room. I love having it out in here. I know it's a little different, but I like having pieces like that. It's just kind of unexpected to have that in the dining room. So that's how that room is. This room, the only thing that got changed, like I said, she took my other ottoman or little chase lounge that was in here. So I put this one, so we just flip-flopped because she wanted the one for her bedroom. So that's how my bedroom turned out. Now we're gonna head into, sorry, you can probably hear my laundry going. Nothing changed in there. And then this is my beauty room now. I feel like it's just perfect. Like I said, this room's smaller, but it works perfect because I don't have like a bed or anything. I'm not sure about this mirror yet, and I'll eventually tape up this cord. I'm just exhausted and haven't had time yet. I didn't really need this in here because I have cubbies in my closet. but I like the look of it in a beauty room and the decor. And so then that left me these cubbies in here for like all my yoga pants. So I just love how that turned out. You guys always ask me about like my closet system. It was custom built with the house, like the builder did it. So a lot of these are all dupes too. Not all of them, but some of them. And then I ended up putting Pearl right there in the middle. When I was in this room last, I had just moved her there, and then we decided to switch rooms, and I said if I ever came back, she was going there. So I like her nice and safe and tucked away in there. And then my computer desk is here, and then I'll have my own bathroom again on this side, so there's not too much difference. The same shower curtain, same stuff. I've got everything organized and put away nice and neat. So I'm so glad to have all of this done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed watching us rearrange. I know we do this all the time, but we just can't make up our mind. And me and Savannah really like change. And it's just so easy to switch rooms. It costs $0, plus it's an incredible workout. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe and join my family here on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.